Hey, what's up everybody? Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash, Salisbury, Maryland. It's a little after midnight. I've been working on designing the new flatbed layout. Instead of just sketching it, I'm trying to actually measure everything, make sure stuff is going to work out and all. I know I've talked about audiobooks a bunch of times and the importance of gaining that knowledge and learning information before you need it. This isn't the Matrix where you can just, hey, Trinity says, hey, Link, or whatever his name is, I need to know how to run on a Apache helicopter or Black Hawk helicopter, whatever it is. And, 10 seconds later, boom, she knows how to do it. It doesn't work that way. Tonight I'm listening to Traction by Gino Wickham. Lots and lots of good information, and to be perfectly honest, it's talking about businesses that are way bigger than mine. There's still applicable information, and the point of it too is that you've got to get this information in your head now before you need it, because when you do need it, you don't have time to figure out how to grow your business better, how to deal with this particular issue, this system, that. Learning those sales and marketing things now before you need them to deal with the fact that you're dealing with a decline in sales calls or whatever's going on, or you've got some personnel issues that you need to fix and whatever. Having that information, even if I don't use it today or tomorrow or in the next 6 months or maybe 2 or 3 years until I need it, it's a lot easier at that point to say, hey, I think I remember reading a book that had some good information on this. Let me go ahead and listen to that. Because there's, you're very rarely in business are you going to run into something where you've got to make that decision today. There's not time to take, 24, 48 hours or a week, 2 weeks tops to figure out major decisions or critical ones. And sometimes you do have to make them real quick, but by learning now, by going ahead and consistently and constantly be adding more to what's going on in here, the better off you're going to be to make those decisions when it gets to that point. Same thing with learning how to do different jobs. You've got to be listening and paying attention to different threads and posts for how to clean different surfaces before that job comes along. When all of a sudden the opportunity to clean rust or to clean a roof or to clean a metal roof or a special stone statue comes up, usually that customer calls you and say, hey, I need a bid for this. You don't have the time to say, hey, yeah, give me a couple days. I'll be over there. I'm gonna just start posting in all the groups, asking some questions, read up on all this stuff. No, you got to be reading now. You got to be learning now. That's why I do all this Audible stuff, guys. And there's cheaper options or other options to do it. I don't know if they have the same available information, but get that information in your head. Even if you don't use all of it today, there's going to come a time where it's going to be valuable, or at least something out of that book. I mean, guys, for Audible, it's what, $15 a book or $15 a credit? $15 is nothing in business. You making one wrong decision is going to cost you usually a couple hundred thousand, whatever, not hundreds of thousands depending on the business, but it could easily cost you $2,000-$3,000 because you didn't do something right, which you could have probably learned for $15 by taking on the wisdom and experience of countless of other peoples that have gone through all this kind of stuff. So I know the lighting's a little bad, it's late, whatever. I'm basically done with designing this, but it's been on my mind. Again, listening to another audiobook. I've got Thou Shalt Prosper's up next, and I finished actually I forget what the last one was. Last one was a pretty long one. Still same thing with systems, business ownership, growing. Actually, sorry, it was Rich Dad's Cash Flow Quadrant. So again, talking about systems, ESI and B, or EBSI, whatever, employees, self-employed, business owners, and investors, or big business, really. But having all that information tucked away is going to be valuable in the future, and some of it today. So, read and learn before you need it. Thanks.